Okay, guys, I'm back. I thought we'd take a moment to talk about Forge of Empire's City Planner. To find it, all you have to do is go to Google or whatever your search bar that you want to look in. Type in Forge of Empire City Planner. It's this one right here, FOEmanager.com City Planner. Go into it, open the planner. You can register if you want to. I think you have to actually before you can before you can use it. Of course, you're going to have to type in your email and password. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Today we're going to go ahead and look at FOE City Planner while we're in here. When you get here and you get registered and you get logged in, you're gonna only have one option. It's going to say New City. You're not going to have these. These are already cities that I've created. So what you'll go ahead and do is click New City. Now at this point you can start from scratch, but if you do this, it don't know how many expansions that you've already got in the city that you have. So you would need to do some research and count out the tiles and the expansions and do all that. It's literally starting from scratch. A different option you can have is you can load your in-game city and it'll load exactly what you have, what you've got built. Or you could you could load a shared city, that somebody else has created, that they've helped you with or that you're helping them with. Go ahead and name your city. We're going to call this testing. Hit OK. And the first mistake of the night. All right, new city. Load in-game city. Testing. We know that we're on the US server. We're in the Duna world player. I'll just put in my name. And we should see the new city pulled up. It'll be called testing. All right, once we see the little box, we have an option up here with the little gear. We can delete it, rename it, duplicate it, or share it. All we're going to do is left click on it and go inside it so we can take a look around. All right, this tool is it's really cool. It's a little bit awkward at first to get used to. If you scroll outside of your city, if you use your scroll buttons, it goes, it scrolls in and out. It's kind of there's a little bit of a delay. So if you try to do something and it don't happen, just give it a second. Especially if you have a low end PC like I'm running with. If you left click over here on the side and start scrolling, it's up and down. As you can see, the house is moving up and down. All right. If you move around and you get a little bit off kilter, this button right here with the little dot in the center is exactly what it is. It'll center you. Of course, there's a scroll in and scroll out buttons that you can click if you don't want to use the mouse scroller. My favorite part of this whole tool is this little button right here. You click that, and what that does is it takes the buildings away, and it only shows the footprints. That way, you can see your roads more clearly. You can see it's easier to place, like sized buildings together. It's just easier to plan out. And then once you get it planned out, of course, you click that and see what you've created. And once you've created something that you like, here's the save button right over here. And if you want to go back, if you have multiple cities that you're building and you want to go back, you just click the first little button right there and it'll take you right back to the start. Then all you have to do is click into any one of the cities that you've created, left click into them and you can go right back in them and start work. Or just look at them, say you're going to copy exactly to your end game. You can just load them up and go in there and copy them, tile for tile, exactly what you want. Now, if you wanted to move a building around, all you do is pick a building, and you can see it's highlighted by the little yellow. So I got that little house right there. It's highlighted. Left click on it. You see it looks like it deleted it, but it didn't. It just moved it. and you can place it. You can move it to wherever you want to place it. You'll see when the green's around it, around the footprint of it, that means you can go ahead and place it. All you have to do to place it is left click once again, and it's wherever you moved it to. You can do that with anything on the game. Now, if you wanted to delete this building, so we placed it up there and we wanted to delete it, all I would do is go to it, left click on it. Once I see the green footprint, I just hit the delete button on my keyboard. Poof, it's gone. To add it back, you would just come over here and find the right structure that you're trying to build. Scroll till you find the right building that you're trying to put down. Left click on it to grab it, and drag it over to wherever you want to place it, and left click to place it. It's just as simple as that. What really makes this this tool so useful is that if you in order to make this tool useful, let me put it like this: you need to do a little bit of research. Okay, and by that, what I mean is, like, you can see I have a 5x5 square beside my town hall that's not being used. Okay, and you could say, well, that's wasteful. I'm not using all my allotted space. But I've planned in advance because I know there's a great building that I'm wanting. The building that's going to fit right there is going to be the Castle de Monte, or Castel de Monte, however they want you to say it, the castle. You know what I'm talking about. You can notice it's all green. It fits there perfectly because that's what I want in that spot, because I planned for that, a while back. And I've created my whole city to allow that spot to be available for when, I get the BPs to get that. Now, let me give you a little tip here. Whenever you're placing great buildings in your plan, uh, the great buildings that you already have will be at the stats that'll show up here. Because some buildings change these stats. Uh, will be at whatever level they are in your city. If you place a new building, a new great building like I just did, its stats will be based on at level 1. If you're saying, okay, I want this building because at level 10 it's going to provide this much, it's not going to reflect that whenever you put it in the city planner. All it'll reflect is what it'll do at level 1. But let's say you've done a little bit of research and you know that, well, let me show you something else right quick before we get into that. Let's say I wanted to move one of my great buildings somewhere else. Okay, the smallest great building I have is a 4x4, and you can see I have no 4x4 spaces available. Okay, here's a cool part about this tool. You can come over here and grab your expansions. You can place as many as you want. I'm placing them out here, not touching anything, because I don't want them to mess up the footprint of my town, if that makes sense to you. Now what I can do is I can grab different buildings. Like, for instance, I can grab this drummer school and move it over here out of the way, and now I can place that that great building down there. This just allows you to move your stuff around, so you could see, maybe you wanted to see what it would look like if your great building was down there. See, now I can see exactly what it would look like if I chose to place my great building down there. Another cool feature of this, what I was going to say, is if you've done a little research and know that, say right now I'm in EMA, early Middle Ages, and I'm, going to be moving to HMA before long. And by looking in the research of HMA, I know that I'm going to have 5 expansion slots available when I get the tech maxed out. So what you can do is you could come in here and grab your expansions and go ahead and place those 5 wherever you would want. And now here comes the little bit tedious part. Now I could say, all right, I want to build out my my HMA build. So I would come in here and grab every one of these little buildings. I just left click on. I would left click on them, grab them, delete them, one by one. I would go through here and delete everything. It'll take you just a couple minutes and you'll have a clean slate. That's the exact footprint you'll have in your exact city when you get to the new era, or get the expansions that you're planning to use, right? And then from there you can just click over here to the buildings, you know, and you'll see that they start in Bronze Age and they go right on down till you get to the age that you want. Just keep scrolling, you'll find what you want. And once you found, the buildings that you want, um, all you have to do is grab it, click it, throw it down. It's just that plain and simple. I'll go ahead and end it here because there's a lot more to this, and the next part of this video we'll go ahead and do a HMA build. That way, you guys could see how I would plan. Uh, make up a plan for my next era. So we'll go ahead and end it here. I'll catch you in just a little bit with the next one. Thank you.